Welcome to Decentraland Art Week, a free festival exploring art in virtual worlds and your place.
Oh, hello there.
All right. Well, I was going to ask for a sound check and you delivered.
I did. It feels just like a Saturday morning.
Yes, yes. Very, very exciting tonight. And we got the CBD um, X account as our host today for the first space ever. I I told you, Canessa, I'm done cloud chasing. Every Saturday when it's my turn, CBD is getting it.
But I mean, that would be way easier for both of us than, well, I mean, it would be easy for me just to have us do that. So yeah, let's test it out. It's a good time. So it's a chill night. It's so different than doing this like early in the morning.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I was gonna say good morning, but gosh, good.
I I know. It's been a long day. It's a late night, so I get the morning vibes for sure. We're just as tired from as we are in the morning. Hi everyone. I'm so excited to explore the community builds. This will be so fun. Um, Canessa and Sinful, on my side, I never see who the speakers are. For X is just hating me. Do you have the Decentraland account as a speaker too, just so we can amplify
It
the
cut off
space?
for everyone.
I could hear her. Did she cut off for you?
Yes,
Oh no.
I lost. Maybe it's my fault. Hold up, I'll come back.
I sent an invite to the Decentraland account. So hopefully it kind of looks like it's not working. We might actually learn a lesson. Maybe we do want to be the host and co-host, and I don't know, since the main account might have to mess with some of those permissions. But we'll persevere. There. Decentraland is up as a speaker, and anybody that's a artist, come on up to the speaker panel. We'll fill it. If we have too many artists, we'll just try to rotate through. But I see a lot of familiar faces in the room, so thank you everybody for being here tonight, wherever you are in the world. I'm so excited for this. This is like a dream come true. So thank you.
I'm sorry, Canessa, I couldn't hear. I had my sound all set wrong and I accidentally requested to be a speaker while I was trying to sort out my
No,
settings.
that's perfect.
Just to
That's what we
explain.
want. Yes. Oh my gosh. Linda, I'm so excited. I can't wait for everybody to see what you created.
Well, I hope people find it interesting. Yeah, it's an open space in the middle of a big city.
That's hard to come by. I mean, that's kind of we don't have enough of those, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, how are we getting around? Are we just teleporting to each place, or I don't understand how the little train works, which sounds like super fun, but
Well, we should all be really close by. So anybody that's just joining us, we're kind of spawning into one main spot, and the chords are -139.94. And then everything should be pretty close from there. There's old guy has a build a little bit away, but otherwise everything is walking distance. So you could do it in high heels. You don't even need running shoes.
okay, that's good. Yeah, I didn't know where the starting point was, so now I'm there. So, all good.
Canessa, can I also make a recommendation? Just as people are walking in world, you may lose the nearby chat. So I recommend dropping all the chords into the CBD community chat and everyone just following along there.
Perfect. Yes, that's a good idea. And then also keep an eye on the map, because I think we'll be able to see each other's dots, pretty close. That's kind of like a quick way to find out like where we're going usually. And Sin, do we have audio now from you?
Meow meow. Yes, I heard Kim. I heard everyone. Everyone's good. It was my phone switched off of Wi-Fi for a little bit. But I heard you speak ill of my guy, community building Decentraland over here, our host.
You mean our queen, community building Decentraland? Fantastic.
Yes, definitely our
Yeah.
queen.
So maybe we should start with some intros and just kind of explain what community building Decentraland is, why there's a bunch of, like, I don't know, mews and penguins hosting a space and inviting everybody off of the main grid because it's a little bit further away than Art Week. I'm just going to post in chat really quick the link to this so that there's a lot of people coming in world, just so everybody can connect. But maybe while I do that, could you just give a little backstory of CBD, who we are, what we do, and everything like that?
Yes, yes. I'll try my best. So hello everyone. Welcome. We are all gathering to, have our community building Decentraland Art Week tour. Community building Decentraland was we first came together in a Twitter space on a random Wednesday back in 2022. That first space kind of brought a lot of people together in a way that kind of like people or at least that I've seen have never come together on Decentraland, and everyone was just very passionate. And just from a 6-hour Twitter space for our first space ever, a Discord spawned, which is our beloved community building Decentraland Discord that I'm sure a lot of you have joined, and we're very thankful that we have you there to kind of learn, as well as even those that are veterans in the space, to share and connect with newer users that may be looking for help. Our mission was to bring people together to share ideas in a positive way, and just keep our favorite metaverse going, because like we just wanted to build on our favorite metaverse, and here we are. So 2025, personally, I'm gonna speak here on a personal level. I feel like we're on top of the world now. Like, wow, like we're featured on a Decentraland Art Week. We have brought everyone here together tonight, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We are going to go on a live tour here shortly. We are gathering at coordinates -139, comma 94, if you didn't hear before. And yeah, we can get going here shortly. And I do want to remind everyone that we are streaming to the Decentraland X account video, as well as even streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and somewhere else. Maybe I'll throw party on. Oh yeah, Kick. So you could follow along there as well, if you're not in the world. So how did I do, Kanessa?
You did great. I give you A+. I think delivery was wonderful. Just to give a little backstory of like how this art show or art exhibit came about is I think we had a few of us had talked about displaying some art, and it was in the summer when the open call came out for artists, and there were a few people who, they were traveling, they didn't get a chance to finish the open call to get into the main Decentraland art exhibit, or some people, they just weren't ready to display their art. And Dr. Krillo reached out to us and said, "Hey, do you have any land for this person?" I was like, "Yeah, here." I think between Sin and I were like, "Okay, yeah, we each have land, we can give them." But then it ended up that there were so many people that still wanted to display their art. And so we just, we kept saying yes right up until like 2 days ago. We were like, yes. So it was really neat because I think I think the big art show it can be intimidating, and not everybody's ready to display their art in such a really, the spotlight is on you sort of way. And I think some people want to just dabble, or they're not trying to be, the next artist. They just want to share their work. So I think that this is like a low barrier to entry. Just, come as you are. It's super informal. And then maybe next year people will think, okay, I did that, so now I can take the next leap of faith. So that's kind of how this came about. I think we're gonna run out of time really fast because there's so much art to look at. I think we should jump over to Old Guy's Fountain first because it's kind of on this corner of the map, and it's actually the furthest piece away. So let's see, Old Guy. The chords are -136.85, and you can just follow me through the tall grass over here. Just look for the giant fountain. And Old Guy, I know you said you're in bed already, but if you want to come up and talk and let us know a little bit about the build, this is, I believe, a friend of Old Guy's, Madam Succubus. So this place is amazing.
And Canessa, what are the coordinates again, just so I could drop it in for where you are?
-135.86.
Okay, cool.
Just a short run away. So if you go into the middle of the fountain and then it says please stand there and click, and it'll teleport you up to the top. And I'm amazed at this animation and the water effect. Old Guy, it is gorgeous. And I know Old Guy did a lot of like the texturing on this fountain. We talked a lot, as he was creating this, and that's, to me, like, that's the best part of building with like a group of creators, because if you get to a problem that you don't know how to fix, you can bug your friends. Cough, cough, Roustan, I'm always bugging him. So it was really neat to see Old Guy create this one. And I believe this is like a Zodiac inspired exhibition. And I think it's really cool because, like, so the Old Guy created the fountain. So in my mind, he's the artist that created the fountain. But then he's displaying somebody else's artwork, which is such a cool way to be like, maybe you're not an artist, but you love building. You can create the gallery that somebody else will have their work inside, which is really neat.
I love this so much. It's so pretty.
I love those animations. Like, that's amazing. It looks like a real fountain.
Yeah, so right now I'm using the camera, the DCL camera, to kind of get up high and get like, kind of like a good view of it. It's so beautiful from where I'm from.
Oh, I didn't even see the top, the way that the water is coming out. That's gorgeous. I think, yeah, if anybody hasn't used the camera feature, just hit C on their keyboard and then hit U to get that interface off of there. But I think everything you see at Art Week, you get a totally different experience once you get into the camera mode. Like, it's so cool.
I definitely enjoy it for video, creating video. Lets you get into different places.
Yes. And I just want to open it up. Like, if anybody wants to come up and join us in the speaker panel, this is a very informal space. Like, just come chill. If you have any questions or want to ask questions about the artwork, just feel free to join us.
Yes. Ooh, we have I just noticed that we have Yolantis up here. I know that I can't wait to get to her build.
Yes.
Jim, I'm here. I'm bopping around this fountain. This fountain ride is a lot of fun. I'm learning how it works. You have to be aware and know when to jump out.
I think I saw that you made it all the way to the top where the
That's
screen
because
is.
I had ridden it a few times and I realized, oh, I have to time it just right. Here it is.
Hear
We're
that,
all here.
everyone? You're getting the alpha.
Yeah. Well, we can remember the days when going up high, we didn't get a nice view like this. And when we're in our Decentraland client and we enable a far view, we didn't used to have all of this great things like clouds and two suns and, like a long horizon. You could see to the horizon.
That's
Yeah,
a great point, Yolantis. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that, how the world is a totally different experience now. And old guy, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming up.
yeah. Sorry, I've been away. So I was inspired by the whole theme, touching grass, and the first thing I thought of was being in a park, and along with that, somebody that actually I'm very close to that I work with creates some very good art. And this is her first NFT collection. I actually convinced her to drop this for Art Week. You can go to OpenSea and purchase it if you're interested in it. No pressure. I'm not asking anybody to do that. I just wanted to display her art and let her know how talented she actually truly was. And I thought it would fit in really well with this theme. So that art in the park is kind of what I actually should have named this, but I didn't. So that's kind of where this all comes from. Yeah.
And old guy, I know that you had plans, as we all do. We always have plans, and then like the deadline comes, and maybe it's not completely fleshed out. But are there more surprises that you're going to add in the future?
Yeah. So initially, unfortunately, that's why we're in this parcel. As you went up the elevator, you were supposed to go through different themes. Um, every single fountain that was there. And, well, being old, it takes me time. And, well, at least you have an elevator. That's all I can say. But yes, my plan is in the future, I will continue to grow this particular space.
And old guy, if correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe your background is not in 3D modeling. So how does it feel to see your art at this point?
I've learned so much in the last few years, and that my whole life I've always been very interested in learning, and taking things to the next level. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's been a long journey into Decentraland for me, from just exploring it initially to actually now building and being involved in an art week. If you'd have told me 4 years ago that that's what I'd be doing, I would have laughed at you. But yeah, here I am. And I guess, honestly, if I'm not learning, I'm getting older, I guess is the only way to say it. So yeah, I'm always learning and I continue to learn. And I think that's what this space is all about. And that's what keeps me so interested in this space.
Well, I think that's really inspiring just because, I know there's people listening that are new to Decentraland, new to building. And I think that I think it's awesome that like we get to prove to people you're never too old to start something new, even if it's crazy Blender and adding animations and everything like that. So I'm glad to see you do this and can't wait to see what you put next on it.
Yeah. And for those that are new, it looks like it's a million miles away, but it's not as far away as you think it is. Trust me. If you start with a simple square and you continue to build from there, it's not as difficult as it looks. And there are a lot of people, including myself, that are willing to reach out and help you. All you have to do is let us know. And I promise you, you can build in this space too.
That is actually something that I did want to point out. That like, besides you just within the last year or so to picking up Blender and starting to build on your land and making all this cool stuff, you've also opened yourself up to everyone within the Decentraland community. I've seen you share tips as well as different methods, like all that time in the CBD Discord that we spent together. Like, I definitely see you do great things. I don't know if you know how great they are, but they really are.
Well, I appreciate that. And, as I spoke to Canessa earlier, it's kind of humbling when you actually go to the main event and you take a look and you go, wow, I thought I did something great. And then you look at that and you go, well, okay, I've got lots to learn yet. Not to take away from what I did. I'm extremely happy where I'm at. But at the same point, I'm looking at some of these events and venues and going, wow. Wow. So that makes me even happier. What that means is I'm here for the next 3 years because that's what it's going to take for me to get there. So, and that's how everybody needs to look at the space, right? Just continue to build, continue to move forward, and you'll get there at some point.
Thank you, old guy. I love hearing you say that. Yeah, thank you so much. Like, I agree. It's those builds are intimidating, and like, yeah, you think you got, like, I don't know. Yeah, I totally empathize with you. But I'm sure if anybody reaches out, like, you are a great resource for help. And sometimes it just takes like one other person to kind of muddle through the problem together. And I know that you have always been that person. So thank you so much. I'm gonna keep us going because we've got. Oh, go ahead, Sin.
No, I was just gonna kind of do that kind of transition that you just said. It's not our usual CBD slots where we just run. So yeah,
Well,
what's our next stop, Canessa?
I think if we go back to where we were, there's a lot of like smaller artists in the area, and then we have Artista and Yolantis right there. So maybe we'll go. I'm not sure if Artista's right here, but definitely have to check that out, and then maybe Yolantis. So let's see. Do I see
Yep.
Artista?
So in general chat, if you're in world, I'm going to type the coordinates over to the fountain, or where wait, it wasn't a fountain, it was a big sign where we first
Yeah.
started.
I got
Yeah.
you, Sinful. I'll type coordinates for you. I got a chart.
Oh, awesome. And so
Thank you.
Artista, I'm not sure if I see Artista here, so I will just explain a little bit and they might jump up. This is Bit Legends, and it's a 6,000 piece body of work that's going to be on ordinals. And I'm not going to say anything more, but you just guys, once you get up to the top, I want you guys to look at it, because that's kind of how I experienced it. And then I was like, wait a second. So come to the upstairs, and I think you'll see some familiar faces. Let's see if they're in world. No, they're not. Okay, they aren't here. So I'm glad that I talked with them a little bit earlier.
No, he's here. I just saw him walk right by me in world.
Okay. Oh, maybe he changed his name. All right.
Maybe he doesn't know the space is happening. We need to get him in here in case.
Oh yeah, let's just. Okay. Oh, and then he changed his name. Okay, so for those of you arriving, do you go up to the top floor, and just take a good look around. I love these. So for anybody that's listening and can't see them, they are little smiley faces that are pixelated. Okay, let's see, is Artista maybe not joining us? Sin, I see you here.
Yes, I
you-
have just arrived upstairs.
No, I don't mean you. I mean you. Look for yourself.
Oh, what? What?
Look for your friends.
All right. I'm assuming either a cat, a beast, or a mouse. Oh, no, this can't be me. No, maybe. Let's see. I know who this one is over here. Looking at some purple hair,
Yep.
some cucumber eyes.
Yep, and a little mole. I believe that would be toxic.
Oh my
waifu.
gosh, it's toxic waifu. I didn't see that before you said that.
She's been watching you.
Okay, Alan. Alan, I feel like is unmistakable. Alan Howick.
I think I see JKing.
Yep, JKing. I feel like maybe I see Kim.
Me? Where?
I think. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like it's a smiley face. I don't know, but I think it's you. I think it looks like you. And let's see. Who was the other one? Oh, Pixel Pixie. Yeah, and Issa is kind of unmistakable. So I think that Artista's vision is to put all of these on Bitcoin ordinals, which is amazing. That's an amazing amount of work to make all of these different characters and make them, match the persona enough that you can identify them from far away. Well, let's see. On the Rise. I see On the Rise. I think Hayabusa.
Oh my God! You said Hayabusa, and now I see it. The more that you point them out, the more I'm seeing. But I don't see me. Like this one over here could either be me or
totally
a crypto minotaur. Or...
No, that's totally you. The Beast. This is you.
Okay. Yay.
Oh wait, there's like an image of all of them. Season 1 Genesis. Over here there's a screen and it has all the different tiny ones. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be cool to see it develop.
I'm so happy that Artista kind of reached out to us and said he wanted to be a part of this and came through as well. It makes me really happy. We have a new friend among us that's just so happy to build and just be a part of our community. So big shout out to Artista.
Yeah, so awesome. Well, and I had no idea that this was a community. I didn't know that the project was about the community. So this afternoon when I walked up there, I was like, wait a second. It was really cool because then you realize, wow, Artista's been putting all this work in to showcase like the people that we know in Decentraland, and it felt like a warm hug. Like, I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, I know. Like I feel like he's kind of been like, we're just like, okay, guys, thank you for the land. Like, I'm gonna get to work, and like I don't know. I felt like I didn't see this until it was finished, until like we're close to uh art week starting.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
just hard at work, at like in his lab, just and we were and also attending like parties. He was also supporting all of us during his build phase.
Yeah, yeah. And when he told me how many NFTs he was putting in, I was like, well, wait, that's a lot of work. So I can't wait to see more.
Yep,
Oh,
yep. Good work. And does anyone have any thoughts they would like to share before we move to the next exhibit or location? Alrighty. We're going. All right, Canessa. What is our next stop?
well, I think we'll go to Yolantis, but on the way, we've got two pieces right out front by JK47, a lovely community member. And I don't know, like when I put these up yesterday, I was like, the color just hit me. And I had them small at first, and then I made them much larger because I feel like the one on the left especially could just be the size of the entire parcel. It looks so good. And yeah, like I love it. I've never seen JK's art before, so this is really, really cool just to see her display it here for the first time.
JK. Okay, let's go. All right, so we're gonna go down out the front door. First, me always looking for stairs. All right. Oh wow. Oh my God. I'm actually addicted to this one on the right. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I love the colors match on both of them. And I love somebody's like, wait, JK has art? Like that's the whole that is what I wanted to hear. It's like I wanted the people to come out of the woodwork that had art. Like, yes. This is so cool.
I think she approached the circuit board overlaid over nature in a really unique way. And I've seen this approach before to overlay digital circuitry over organic matter, and it really touches the theme of touch grass, because what we are doing right here is digitally touching digital grass, and so we've got digital flowers. These are great.
Yeah, these are beautiful. I love the circuit board. And I don't know, I love the flower, like the color palette. It's like it screams JK. Like it's feminine, it's gorgeous. It's kind of like the skull on the right. There's a little bit more mystery to it. Like I want to know more. I like the combination of the items, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. And if JK is listening, you're more than welcome to join us up here. And like I mean, I as beautiful as the Static Meadows is, I have my heart stays with Crumbling, because like I don't know, I'm like seeing a little bit of like the kind of like night shading that you would see with like kind of Sear Light's art. If anyone's familiar, like Sear Light is kind of like a famous artist. Oh my God, I would love to have him on Beyond the NFT one day. But But and then like coming into like the flowers, like I mean, I feel like everyone has their own style of making a flower, and this goes back to like my time hanging out with our friend SRJH, who is a tattoo artist, and his like kind of like his staple kind of I guess like one of the things that he likes to draw the most and like kind of like has made his brand around is these roses, his rose designs. So I feel like each person designs their roses differently. I don't know if it may come from the heart.
Yeah, after you say that, it does. It has like the chrysanthemum look to it. It makes me wonder, is JK a tattoo artist? And I did see they said in World they're jumping in, so I'm not sure if they are here yet. All right, we shall see. And it looks like Alan is already throwing out offers to buy the one on the left. So
Hold up,
like,
they're up for buying. Hold up, where?
No,
I
but
need.
nope, but she's getting offers, so that's amazing.
I may not be able to afford Sear Light, but dang it, JK is just as good.
Okay, sent out a speaker invite, but totally understand if people aren't ready to come up and speak. Totally don't want to put anybody on the spot, but there she is. Hello, JK. This is amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Okay, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, sweet. I actually am gonna put them on, what is it, OBJKT, and I was just gonna put them for like free claim because I've never really had artwork out there before, so I'll put my page down below, but you should be able to just claim them if y'all want them in NFT form.
Well, if you
Yes,
do that,
please.
I'll say, JK, make sure you put it in your DCL profile so people can click you and find it easily.
Indeed. Let me do that. Sorry, y'all, I'm kind of all over the place right this second.
Well, I think Sin wanted to buy one. Alan wanted to buy the other one. So before you make them free, you might want to start a bidding war. Yeah, these are beautiful, and I think everybody kind of said it. Like, wait, JK does art. It's an awesome surprise. Just to like, I was surprised when you're like, "Can I put my art up?" I'm like, "Yeah," like of course.
I know, I was so happy to just see, because I get Discord notifications sometimes, but not all the time, and I saw that, and I was like, "Ooh, me, please." But yeah, I start off with just literally the free version of the Microsoft image generator, and then I use Photoshop and stuff too, so it's not like 100% from scratch, if you want to call it that.
Well,
You mean it's what's up? Oh, go ahead, Vanessa. Sorry.
I'm saying something.
Oh, I was gonna say to JK that. So you mean it's a collaboration with AI?
No, exactly. And it's the free version too, and I'm always super blown away by it. They've kind of like cut back and don't let you do as many takes, but yeah, it's great. I love it because I'm not able to. I feel like I'm not an artistic person because I can't get what I want on a page, but it's really, really, really helped me do that, and then to be able to like go from there has been such a huge thing for me.
I see in World, I'm just noting, Rustan said, "Where's the link? I want." So you have multiple potential buyers out there for you.
I'm gonna bring my computer.
I want to.
Well, you heard it here, JK. Now you have to. This is your jumpstart, your springboard, and this could be, maybe the inspiration for something bigger.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, keep us posted. We're gonna check back in with you once you get the link, and we can definitely share that on CBD too. to get everybody.
Yes, I will. Sorry, I stepped out back to talk, but my computer's inside, so I'm gonna hop back on there when I go back in.
Thank you so much for coming up.
Oh, thanks. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much.
Yes.
Very,
Okay.
very nice hearing from you. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we will keep the party moving. So as we go along, there are different little art pieces kind of here and there. Some of the people some people are loosely like tied to CBD, so we don't like a couple of these are just like animations that I put in. So over here at -138, 96 is Yolantis's art gallery. And Yolantis, tell us about how you made this, because you, I think, were the first person I saw that actually took like one of those pre-made templates and just like completely made it your own. And it feels like it vibes with your art so well.
Hi there. Yes, this is Yolantis. And so what I put inside is the Seraphine collection. It's my work with AI. I explore the intersection of like sacred imagery and contemporary printmaking, and I use Midjourney, the paid account, and I use a lot of post-processing. So when I got the template, it's a plug and play with the builder. So first I got the builder installed on the right computer where my art was, and basically it's as easy as finding the frame and then uploading my JPEGs to it. So on this first floor, I've got the JPEGs. They're not live links or anything over to the works. Some of these are for sale, and some of them were free collectibles on my One Hub for NFT NYC. And thank you, Argent. Argent, you blew me away. I am humbled. What you did with your build, I couldn't understand how to do. So I've, just like old guy said, I've got a lot to learn with the 3D builds, but I really love having a template and a drag and drop atmosphere. I understand about materials and stuff, and how to, put an image into a frame, and how to do the smart objects. So you can ride 2 elevators to get upstairs. There's the elevator in the corner, the pink one, and then there's a lift in the where the cactus is by the door. There's a little lift in there. I have 2 POAPs from when I went to some recent crypto events. The one for ETH Denver 2025 and one for NFT NYC 2025. I can't run and talk at the same time. Oh, it put me down on the first floor again. So if I don't know what else to say. Ask me some questions.
So I think one thing that you noticed was the circular structure of the build actually like echoed the circle, like the purple circle in all of your art pieces. And that was pretty amazing. Just, I mean, it makes it look like you made this build to match your art. Does it have more of a significance that you can explain, I guess?
Now I see what you meant. She and I were touring together, and when I previewed this with Canessa, the circles in the lights are echoing the circles in some of the artworks, because when I prompt for these, I wanted to have like old style engraving etching looks married with contemporary printmaking, where we use techniques like Shinkole or monoprint or various other hand done looks and feels. And so I've got circle themes, purple circle themes in most of these works, because they're all from the same kind of base prompt, and then I iterate out from the base prompt. And that's why I put the purple circles on the outside of the build. to mirror the circles inside, like on my artworks here. We've got circles overlaying my cherub and like a halo over on the statues. Those of you on the upper floor are seeing some of my earlier NFTs. So the woman holding water, looking at a vase of water, that was on display in a metaverse gallery over on Spatial last year. And that was with Audacity. I've been in several metaverse shows. I've been in the Audacity show gallery, and I've been in one for what does Owls do? Creative Owls does one. Women in Tech from Vans Krimko.
Yolantis, I want to add, people in World are also asking for the links to these.
So if you click my little tiger paw, Yolantis art, I've got my Twitter link on the placard, and I think I just crashed. Oh, no, I didn't crash. Near the door, there are links, and the pinned tweet on Twitter is where you'll find my open editions. And I've got a new drop. While everybody's still here, I may as well tell you that on October 2 or 6 or something, my collaboration with Foundation is going to be live and on the front page of Foundation. So I have a new drop that I've been working on last month of 6 new artworks. I think I put that on my Twitter feed as well. I have not had time to put it on my website yet. When I make my works, y'all, this is a spiritual practice. I work with ChatGPT, my LLM, and I have a custom GPT. And I pulled a sigil with a Syncretica sigil, and it's a really long story, and I don't want to keep you here, but I have an artist statement, basically, and how water shapes everything I make. Through the sigil that I was granted through my friend Black.ai's sigil maker. It was really fun. It all came about this year. So my custom LLM is telling me, consider exploring the idea that vessels do not simply hold water, but memories, stories, or even illusions. What if the vessels your women carry contain entire worlds, dreams, or lost knowledge? Working back and forth with an LLM in this way to fine tune my artist statement and my artist theme for each new drop is just so enlightening and so much fun.
Thank you so much, Yolantis. So everybody follow her, and those links will get you back to the work. And I think, Yolantis, are you doing more? Are you going to try to do like NFT NYC next year, or
custom
Bender?
LLM is telling me next year I don't have planned out. So the piece that's on the outside back of this gallery is the one that was exhibited at a satellite event for this year's NFT NYC. I made an edition of 5 and sold 3 of them, so there's 2 left. They're on Object, and those are with One Love Art Bell.
Well, thank you so much. And like Kim said, make sure you sign up for the contest, where if you use the pre-made template, you can be entered to win a couple different prizes. So make sure you sign up for that, because this is a great example. And I
made my video. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. And I know you changed the elevator here too. So it's really neat, because I didn't realize like you could customize these, and then the next time I came in, you had moved the elevator. So it was like perfect.
Well, I just added another one. I have 2, like the lift by the front door, and then I just added one to take you directly to the 2nd floor from the corner there. I hope everybody got some good pictures for me, because I couldn't talk and be snapping video or pictures. So please help me and send me some screenshots, everybody.
Yes, we need that.
This is really fun to see everybody in my gallery, and I'm just trying to get pictures.
Well, thank you so much, and I want to spend more time on each of these places, but
Yeah, but we gotta go.
I know
Yeah,
I'm like,
let's
okay,
keep on
I
moving.
want to make sure we get through everybody's as possible. Argent, I did send you a DM in Discord if you want to check that in the group chat. Next, we're gonna go right next door to Julia Sky, her infinity cube, and it's really funny because when I first came here, I didn't realize you could go inside. So make sure that you jump inside and
Yes, Julia, kudos to you. That's a really good cube.
And Julia, I see you up here in the speaker panel, so feel free. Well, sometimes it's nice just to experience something for a moment before you hear about it. But I'm going to put the chat or the chords -139.98.
Hi, can everybody hear me and the piece?
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I see you guys all here. It's surreal, and welcome to the tiny cube space of existentialism. This is Infinity, and Infinity goes back to when I first started photography. This picture is actually, well, it first started as a photograph. I found this model, Nakia, who has white eyelashes from Chicago, and she had the most interesting eye. Like, I remember just staring into her eye and seeing so much of her and her personality, and I knew we were going to create something, and we both kind of knew. So we just set up the date, and I photographed her eyeball in these lilacs in my grandmother's house, which I did a lot of photo shoots near where I first began as a photographer in the garden. So I photographed her eyeball, and then fast forward, several years of photography go by, and my style begins to evolve, and I go through different color palettes as a photographer. I've had different phases. And I started diving into my archives because the world was locked in. And I fell upon this eyeball that I had taken of Nakia. And during that time, I was experimenting with merging both of my mediums together. I do music as well as photography. So, music I've been doing for 10 plus years, photography 16 years, I think. I don't know anymore. A long time. So, during the time when the pandemic was locked in, I saw Beeple's sale of $69 million and began joining Clubhouse, which was a room full of blossoming NFT artists who later would make giant collections. I remember just seeing their beginning process and being in those rooms. Just people who made the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the punk, or not the punks, but there was another big Akira group. I don't know. People began to make PFPs, and I just observed because I just observe, there were so many opportunities, but I was an artist and I was just trying to figure out how to make my Genesis piece, which was merging my music with my photography. And I decided to blend it with animation. That's when I started learning Blender and other programs like After Effects. And I called it living art. So then Infinity happened right after I met Genzo Rubin. I dropped this collection that sold 27 pieces in a day, called Nara Dreamland, about this abandoned amusement park that no longer exists in Nara, Japan. I was the last photographer that photographed the location, and then they demolished it, and I was the first person to put it on the blockchain. And I just love abandoned places, things that are just so full of life and then later no longer exist. And I feel like everything ties me to Decentraland in a place because this place exists. And I don't know, I'm just following the flow. So then, as you guys can see how things are tying in together, I hope. So I met Genzo, and he's Japanese, and he was in love with that collection, and we started a friendship because he was a Grammy-winning producer just beginning in NFTs, and I had sold some, so I was trying to explain to him how NFTs work, and I was like, hey, let's collaborate. Like, I could definitely, in the music industry, it would be amazing to work with such a renowned, talented producer. And he was like, yes, let's collab, and I will dive in and learn more. So we made Infinity together, or actually we made a few other pieces, and then Infinity is the magnum opus, kind of, that came from several drops after. Me and Genzo dropped a few pieces together. Some were successful, some were not. And then Infinity kind of blossomed. And at first it was a still eyeball with the center of the universe just spinning in it, and Genzo would call it the breathing eye piece. He's like, when are we finishing that breathing eye piece? Lo and behold, we would forever. It's infinity. It's never gonna finish. It's just one of those things that is just gonna display throughout galleries until I die, I think. Kind of madness. It's my madness piece. so then so then I went to Miami Art Basel to pitch this piece on a giant screen, like the size of, you know how Instagram right now it's trending those ratios, like those crazy ratios, the 15 by whatever. It's like this giant screen is trending. And I did that in the Art Basel. I put this eyeball and a giant screen, 11 of them, and for 30 seconds I had a chance to film myself in front of my giant screen, which because of that I ended up meeting a talented animator in that venue who happened to know how to push my vision further, because I wanted to go inside the eyeball, but I did not have the skills, and I knew I had to find someone with the skills to help me go inside the eyeball quickly. And I met someone that did, and then the piece began moving more further how I envisioned it, further inside the eyeball, using real universes. So then there's 7 more minutes left of the piece for me to work on, because Genzo made a symphony orchestra piece with the second chair of the Seattle Symphony Orchestra celloist. He created an 8-minute composition for this piece, which is what you guys are hearing is just the 30-second bit of it. So now I must continue the visual, and this is part of my journey. It's just I'm kind of don't want to just finish the piece and exhibit it. I want to exhibit it while I'm working on it. So I'm exhibiting this piece as I create it throughout time. My existence as Julia Sky, an artist, and Infinity. And it's my own unique journey of this, just the struggle and the ups and downs and the breakups, and just so much personal stuff went into this piece. Like, I wish I could further explain, but it's very personal and is a whole nother chapter. But anyway, so I went into Decentraland being like, I want to display Infinity in here. Like, that's why I came in Decentraland. I'm like, oh my god, portals, cats, like these are my people that are gonna pamp me, that are gonna like this shit. Like, let's go. You know where they say go where the, like, lately I felt like doors have been closed to me in other art realms. And for me as an artist, I tend to just like to go where I'm loved or appreciated more. So I want to go, and I drift into life there. And life either brings me to the top of the world or the bottom in that way. But I'm always happy because I follow love through that path, if that makes sense. Like, I'm in rooms all the time with people from different worlds, and I just hope, Infinity also went inside the Louvre, if you could believe it. Side quest story. Before this piece was what it is now, it was just on an iPad. So I snuck the iPad inside the Louvre, and I showed it to this collector called the Wizard of Soho. I knew I had to get to him, and that's a whole side quest of Infinity where I went to go find the Wizard of Soho in Paris to show him the piece, and I did, and I got video of it, and I was kicked out immediately after, but it happened. And then I partnered up with Infinite Objects, and they made the piece right after the Louvre. They made the piece into an object that I then took to the Philippines. And I brought it to 3 sacred locations on my birthday. I brought it to the Alcatraz ruins. Then I brought it to a giant bell. And then the Sacred Heart of Jesus was the last place I brought it to. And then I brought it back to my community in Cleveland, where I sang and danced and videotaped myself singing and dancing in front of it. And I don't know what's going to happen to it after, but I think the sphere is the next vibe. So that's
Oh my
my
God,
journey.
yes.
Yes. The sphere, Ozymandias said he has a sphere energy, so I'm just following that path. This piece isn't for sale until maybe later in my career, once, or who knows, you know, people ask me, where is it going? To infinity and beyond is my response to the piece. So, and I do have editions available to keep me surviving as an artist. I'm working full-time now as a freelancer. I broke through my Delhi simulation, and so now I'm selling some prints that are, of course, signed and numbered, and I'm gonna do this, you know, for the rest of my life as I do.
Julia, do you have if you want to drop the links to those into chat, or do you have those on your profile?
Yeah, they're on my
Okay.
they're on my profile in Decentraland, and I believe there's a link in my profile. Anything goes to keeping me alive, and those who will keep me alive immensely will be rewarded. Okay, I'm so
Have you joined the community for art? There's like an artist community now, so you should join that as well.
Oh, amazing.
Great place for people to connect, you know, with other people that are maybe artists or collectors.
I will most certainly follow that flow, Kanessa. You're such a G. Kanessa made the sign and the ambiance and the grass, I believe, right?
I did.
The grass is so fucking good.
Thank you.
I agree. Vanessa is a G.
Oh man. Okay, so now which way do we jump out? Because every time I come out of this cube, I'm like disoriented. I'm like in a different spot.
Can someone take a
Vanessa?
picture? Possibly?
Oh
If
yeah.
anyone takes a picture, I will hug them and squeeze them and just shake them when I see them.
Well, I think we can all take pictures and then set them to public. Like if you use the C tool. And I did that earlier for you as well. But yeah.
Unfortunately, everything's immensely glitching for me.
I've got pictures.
Okay, awesome.
Squad.
So stuff starts glitching for you. Just restart Decentraland. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's so scary to leave, you know, and then like I sometimes leave and I just don't know where everyone goes, and I'm like, where did everyone go?
So if you join the CBD community in Decentraland, the chat, you won't lose the chat. Like that's the perk of the communities. So when you come back in, the chat will still be there, and you'll see the chords and we can drop them in.
I love that about it. I love that we're like coordinates. Send me your coordinates.
If only real life was like that. And I'm going to jump us through. I know we're going to run past Stony Eyes Graph Kids and then past Argent's, because we're actually supposed to be at Argent's right now, but we're running a little bit behind. And then Stony Eye is going to perform at the Cantina in an hour, so we might have to push things a little bit behind. And I also have the Graph Kids displayed there, so maybe we can talk about his art, you know, once we get to that spot. So we will run right over to Green Dreams, which was made by LL Sky, or LO in World, and Linda Lowe here. So Linda, you've got a lot of different personalities to keep track of, but you were one of the first artists that came in and, you know, talked with Dr. Krillo about maybe having an installation here. So I'm so glad that we're finally seeing it.
Well, I'm thankful for all your help, and I have to say I've forgotten my coordinates. Is it 14596?
Yes, and I'm on 144. Yeah, 144.96, 145.96, or it's negative.
Yeah,
Negative.
Yeah.
That's great. There we are. And please, other people, take lots of pictures, because I'll probably forget while I'm talking as well. It's great to see people in the space. I contacted you both because Bay suggested that they'd like to see the concept come to life, and it was like the theme touch grass. I did see maybe right next door those huge immersive tall grasses. I think I imagined making something like that too. But in the end, I was inspired by the fact that I've been doing a lot of scanning lately with my phone using Scaniverse to make Gaussian splats. I don't know how you pronounce it. And I haven't got much further than just the scanning aesthetic. I haven't really made that many realistic things. I just get caught in the beautiful painterly preliminary stages of this scanning process. So I captured it 1 or 2 images. I just posted one on my place on Twitter, which is Linda Loh, Loh is my surname. You can find me there. Obviously, I'm speaking on Twitter. So I used AI. I was just playing, really. And so I was trying to figure out what to do with these scans of grass that I had made. And I learned how beautiful dimensions I could see with the scans that I was making, getting my camera right down close to this grass with beautiful dew on it in the morning near the creek, and also our backyard's grass. So I ended up using Meshi AI to describe one of the images that came out of my scanning screenshots. And it came back with a beautiful description, really, kind of right up my street as far as thinking about contemplative pieces. And I'm not going to read it all, but I might just find what it came back with. It said something like, an ethereal abstract composition of numerous glowing light particles and soft elongated streaks appearing weightless. The forms are amorphous and blurred, suggesting fluid movement and diffusion. Colours transition through luminous greens, vibrant yellows, soft pinks, warm oranges and subtle purples, punctuated by sharp star-like white highlights. This is in terms of the image that I posted on Twitter. It's not in the show that you're in. The overall appearance is diffuse and translucent, as if made of pure glowing energy with a smooth, intangible texture. So I couldn't go past that description thinking, wow, that's exactly what I'm into. So then I actually fed that description text to 3D back into Meshi AI. And that's the sculpture that you're seeing there. So initially I didn't really like it, but I kind of liked its ethereal, spatial. I ended up playing with a few different textures, but in the end I decided to keep it how it came out of Meshi. I just wanted to keep it really simple and in a way that's consistent with the works that I've done in Decentraland so far. This is my 3rd, and previously I've had 2 mesh fair cubes, and both of those were singular sculptures in a space as well. So there's something about this singular sculpture that seems to be the way I do things in Decentraland, and it's really nice to be invited to do them. So yeah, any questions, anybody?
I love that you said you left it as it is. Like, I think that a lot of times, like, an artist's tendency is to overwork your work. Like, and I think that, or trying to get perfection, but really, I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan of the perfectly imperfect. So
yeah, that's how I wanted it as well. I think I am tempted often to overdo things. I have some 3D worlds that are just messy like an overgrown garden, you know. It's like this dilemma I have between being a messy, crowded person and an empty space person. But yeah, the temptation to overwork things is strong, and it's good to recognize it when you're making pieces. And I think even in my proposal, I suggested maybe working more with this sculpture, even maybe just duplicating it and or more than duplicating it, putting it together in multiples, and there were all sorts of possibilities, but I really am glad that I kept it this simple and aerial. The only thing I did really was the animation. That didn't come out of Meshi. But what I do
Right.
notice is that it looks like a person. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, that there's like a person, and that's the tendency of AI, I notice, to make things look not abstract. And I am really interested in abstraction, and whenever I see anything that I realise is something figurative, I lose interest. So that's probably the one thing that makes me feel a little hesitant about really loving that sculpture. I don't know if other people see the
I do.
person.
I do now that you mentioned it. Yeah, that's really interesting. And
Well, I'm
Kim, you
glad
had.
you didn't initially.
I wonder, like, the longer you look at it, the more kind of, I don't know, like more objects might appear. I think as
Yeah,
and
that's
different
maybe a
angles.
human tendency too, to see figurative things. But yeah, I'm happy with the video. I'm glad the video worked in the end, because I had problems. It's funny because this was such a simple installation. All I had was a video, and all I had was a 3D piece model. And you both know that I just struggled with, I just encountered some of the bugs in Decentraland, just happened to be affecting me at the time. And the videos just weren't playing on my system, which we couldn't understand why, because I've got a pretty good system. So I'm really happy, thanks to Dr. Crillo. Hello, I can see you there. I'm really happy that I can see it now working properly as it should.
Yeah, Dr. Krillo was, I know he has been working overtime, and we love
I
him.
know. I'm sure you both have.
And Kim,
And
you
Butter.
had your hand up, I think.
Oh yeah, I just had a comment slash question. When Yamel was here like a week or two ago, he was showing me Scaniverse, and he had said he really wanted to see if that could be used to drop stuff into Decentraland. So this is a cool one that I want to send him to go check out, because it sounds like, did I understand you correctly that you did scan it and use Scaniverse as the starting
Yes.
point?
That's exactly right. The main
cool.
difference, though, I would say, like the workflow for Scaniverse, in theory, is to do the scans with the phone and then process them in something like PostShot, which only works on a computer. Or I think there's Smart Splat, or there's an online cleanup scans as well. And then you export the 3D scan. And I haven't really done that very much. I haven't, as I said at the start, I haven't processed my scans to make them a realistic 3D model. The Scaniverse part of this work is just the video that I made in my scan. So it was in a form that Decentraland can cope with. I don't think Decentraland could cope with the formats of Scaniverse without some post-processing to make them small.
Yeah, that makes sense. Super cool though. It's funny that he was here showing me, and he was like, I think this could work. And then someone did it, which I love.
Yeah. Well, and maybe there are ways to do it, and certainly be in touch with me, because I just haven't explored the potential of Scaniverse yet. It's like I get stuck in the aesthetics of, I've made videos of some of the I love the painterly strokes that the scans make, and the dimensions. Like I think I posted a couple of pictures on my Twitter just the last 24 hours. You'll see them there. Scaniverse just seems to make these beautiful, like the top part will be the realistic part, and then there'll be all these shadowy, blurry, spatial, glowing strokes that look like, they're artifacts of the process basically, but I love them.
Well, I feel like this is a build that we can just come back and just sit in, like after Art Week, when we just need to detox and like really touch grass. We can
when
just
you really feel like some open space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is sound in it. I know I don't have my system with that Decentraland playing its sound at the moment, but I hope people can hear the sound from the video.
And I see over on this corner, you've got your link to Instagram, and then you are the avatar Elo in World, and so I see She's here
Yes,
with purple hair, and then
there I
she's
am.
got all of the links. So if anybody wants to follow her or friend her, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I lose track of my avatars, but yeah, find me on Instagram and Twitter. My name is just Linda Lowe. That's the name I can remember.
well, it's fun when you're somebody different each platform, because you kind of get to
It
be a
is.
little different, and then you get to reinvent yourself here.
Yeah, you can be anonymous as well, and that's nice, because I think, you know, it just depends what situation you're in, where you want to be anonymous or you don't. It's fun. Anyway, thank you everyone for appreciating the piece and having a hop around and jumping through the sculpture when it comes down. It's a bit of timing, isn't it, jumping through the sculpture. And also I noticed that there's a little piece of that sculpture that's like a little sun or a moon that just flies out of the space. I don't know if you can see it. It's just here. Whoops, I can't. You can't see my cursor. But yeah, there's this yellow, it's like a little stone flying around. I think that's kind of a fun part of that 3D thing that was generated, that's almost seemingly unrelated, but hopefully people can see it. But it hops out of the
That is
space.
so neat.
Somehow it doesn't fit completely in.
That's interesting, because I don't know how you do that. So I'd have to, I want to, I'm like, okay, I think that would normally break my scene. So I'm wondering, what did you do to make that happen? So
Oh, to break it. Oh, maybe it does
don't
fit,
know.
but maybe the next door, maybe it fits according to the rules of the system, but we just can't see it. And yes, Argent, I did convert it to GLB. That's what the meshy output was. Yeah, it was. I tend to use GLBs all the time. It's just what I've got used to and what seems to be the most flexible. In the past, OBJs and FBXs are just much messier than GLB. GLB fits everywhere.
Well, thank you so much. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, click on her, grab those socials, and thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Okay, bye.
And it's been nice having you as a neighbor, just because so my scene is right next to hers, and it's just been cool to like build next to it and see all of that, because it's really like nature right next to it. Let's see. So we have probably 2 more to see. Okay, now I'm like scared. So the next one's mine, and it's like you were talking about identity, and I've definitely kept like my artistic side separate, because that's like my IRL life and identity, and I've never shared like my artwork or anything with Decentraland. I've always done like, you know, if I do anything here, it's 3D modeling, but that's not like, I don't know, I do other things, but yeah, so this is the first time I'm like sharing a little bit of what I'm doing. So I've like kind of felt like throwing up the first time I actually put it out to the world, and I'm like, Rustam, I'm scared. And he's like, what are you scared of? And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm scared of. So let me drop the chords in the chat. I think like Julia was saying, it's so personal. Like, at least for me, art is very, very, very personal. So, oh gosh, this is so weird. Now I have to talk about myself. So this is Create Destroy, and it's the Elements series. So it's earth, water, air, and fire. And I kind of wanted to just like release them without giving any explanation to them, or like no context, no nothing, which is really kind of fun and cool and scary way to do it. But what I struggle with being like a traditional 2D artist, and then like coming into this world of AI where you can just prompt anything. I really find myself struggling with like, you know, the years spent in art school and college, and like the struggle, like the, you know, the grind of really learning a new skill, and now I can just recreate that really quickly. And so this is kind of my, I want to have like more of a thought experiment about like, what is AI art like compared to traditional art, digital art, So each of these pieces is a physical piece of art that I've created, and then the element that corresponds to it is how I've destroyed it. So now there is no real art; it only exists in the in the digital world, in the NFT. Because in my mind, it's kind of like that's why you would have an NFT. Is like there is no physical art anymore. It only lives in the digital world. So actually I'm like sad now that I'm looking at them, because the air piece over here, like I had that hanging on my wall for 2 years, knowing the whole time how I was going to destroy it. So if you click on the links down below, I've released 2 of the videos. I'm releasing 1 each day. So tomorrow I will release air, and I probably almost died getting that video. Like I've been having nightmares about the cliff I was on, like and the videos
You're
also, I
kidding.
think.
You're kidding. What did you do? Did you like throw it in the air or burn it and then release it from a cliff? I gotta know.
Well, it's a long story. Like I've had that one for 2 years, so that one was a real big pain in the butt. My original idea was to be on the top of a cliff and wrap it in like 50 yards of like rayon material, and then just throw it, and the wind would just take it out into the air. And so I hiked up to the top of a mountain, and I tried, and the wind was not going the right way. So I literally was like, what what do I do now?
Oh no.
So yeah, tomorrow I will have that video edited and release it. I think the destruction, like, I don't know, it's very cathartic to destroy something that you spend so much time doing, and it's hard. Like when I finish a piece, I like wait as long as I can, because I don't want to destroy it. I don't want to let it go. And I think that that's just very like a human nature, to hang on to something as long as you possibly can. And then I also just like, I want to share like the beauty of natural places with people. So some of the videos are just, they're just beautiful places. It's like we kind of all need nature therapy, and I live in Washington State, which is one of the most diverse and really gorgeous states. I mean, it's got everything. And so after traveling to different cities over the past year, I realized I really take nature for granted. And there's a lot of people that can't get to nature. So it's kind of like my way also of bringing my backyard to the world in a way like this. So Julia Sky reminds me of Buddhist monks. Yes, the sand painting is my attempt to do some sand painting of the Buddhist monks. So let's see, there's an elevator. You're welcome to climb up the build. The build itself is the shape of a butterfly, which after I made it, I'm like, it's different. You never know what it's going to turn out to be like until the end. But you're welcome to take the elevator. And then after that, there is a butterfly you can ride out here. Oh, Argent loves the one that's carved. That one might be my favorite, but also one of the hardest to let go, because I worked on that one for 2 years.
Oh my God, Canessa, I just realized I could ride this butterfly. This is so cool.
Yes. And I don't know how to parent my colliders, so this is hand animated, like both wings and the body. And so if you emote going up, everybody can see you emoting. So,
but there's like a whole little island up here. It's so cute.
Yes.
Come up to the top if you can hear me.
Well, I wanted a build that would like reflect the art itself. And so yes, you'll see a lot of repeating themes. And I think it's your stone or some, I think it was your stone that said, like, why are we still building on the ground? Because we don't have gravity constraints in Decentraland. So I'm really trying to think outside the box and stop building on the ground. And so I'm like, okay, if I don't have gravity, you know, what can I do? And so, um, you know, obviously getting people up to the islands in the sky is the hardest part. Um, but yeah, we should have islands in the full sky. And if you're riding the butterfly, go to camera mode and like zoom out, and you can watch yourself go up, and it's really cool. And you can sing the Aladdin song in your head as you're doing it.
I love the butterfly ride. I've just been spamming it. I've just been sitting on it and riding it all around. So so since other people can't see the butterfly under you while you're flying around, this would be a good time for anyone that may have like any wearables that you're like in a vehicle or like a rocket ship or something. That I think in this scenario they would come in handy.
Yeah, if you get into the little rocket one, it's really cute. And Oztech asked, what's the height limit? So this is a 9-piece parcel, and I think it was 66 meters. There's a chart that we have pinned on the CBD Discord that if you're ever wondering, because um, it's not a sliding scale, it's like exponential, so it it's not 100% intuitive um, what the next height limit might be.
It's just so pretty to like look like I loved taking the butterfly up, but also from up here, like today being up here and then getting to see all the art week, like the community art week builds below. You can some of them don't have roofs, so you can like see into them, and it's just really cool perspective.
Yes, and that's what I wanted. I love like getting up high and seeing as far as you can. Like, you know, somebody was saying earlier, just like it's different now that we can see so far away, so you see it's different, you know, totally different perspective. And there is you are able to like jump from each island. I was gonna make it where you had to ride a butterfly to each island, but you can just jump. I didn't have to animate more, and then it was just like cheating. And there's an invisible collider because after the moon emote came out, I was like, oh, we need to all be like in the moons, sitting right here in space. So right where I am, there's a little invisible collider you can be on. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it so much having people come and look at my little corner of the art world.
I think everyone's busy having fun with the butterfly.
That makes me happy.
Everyone, like there was just a moment of silence there for a second, you know?
Yeah.
I think everyone's just locked in. But all right. So I feel like we're coming close to our tour here. Canessa, how many stops do we have left?
I think this is the last one. I think that like we're right here. There's other areas that there's other artists, but I don't believe they're in the call. And then like Rishi Girls, we can go over there after. So there's some land. Yeah, like her land is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Yolantis.
Oh, why don't you take us through the word art, the sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is so there's a reason it's here. Sinful and I own a lot of land, but we don't own this. So we own everything around it, but these five parcels we do not own. So we had to figure out how are we going to build a world around land that we don't own. And so each of these art pieces are placed like on the back of each scene. And I saw an idea at the like University of Coeur d'Alene in February, and it was this beautiful sentence on the wall, and it everybody had made a different piece to it. And I took a picture of it on my phone and, just thought this would be cool. And then I forgot about it until this summer. And then I was like, Art Week, like we should do this. I want to try to get as many people as possible, putting their art out, and then not just the traditional, like there's kind of the artistic people that we think of, but then there's the other people that we might not think of as much. And so I reached out. I tried to like include a lot of different people. And what I did is I asked ChatGPT to give me a quote about the future of art. And it was really interesting. Just like, I think there were some really thoughtful ones, but this one resonated with me the most. And the quote is that the next Renaissance won't be painted. It will be coded, rendered, and felt. And I felt like for those of us in Decentraland, that just feels so true. And so then I started reaching out to people. Some people, I told them the whole quote. Some people, I was just like, I need you to make a word. And I'm not giving you any context. And so we have Dana Mastelanes is at the word the. And any artists that are, that made this, please feel free to come up. Especially M. M had the word next. And you kind of have to look closely at it to see what it says. Rustan, and not just Rustan, but here's where it got good. I asked people like, do you want to do this with your kid? Because there's so many of us that are parents, and this world is, it's not where kids should be hanging out, but it's also like it's a part of our life. And I felt like I wanted to maybe bring them in a little bit in a safe way that they could, like do something with your kid. And so Rustan did this with Fifi, which is amazing to see the two of you guys create that. Ajab created the word won't. Jacques, who is a fellow scholar from the Shi-Fi cohort, created the word be. Kim, do you want to tell us about the word painted?
Yes. I painted the word painted, and then my 4-year-old son did the design around it. It was meant to be more finished, but 4-year-olds get distracted, and I was like, you know what, let's roll with it.
It's perfect. Like, yeah, that one is just, it couldn't be better, really. Like, it's so perfect. Because it is painted. Let's see. Doc Holliday did the word it, filled with pictures of Decentralandites. And then I did the word will with my son's Super Ninja, and the screen is kind of flickering. They're kind of like picking up input from the screens around it. So hopefully it looks like the word, but we were at the beach and we brought a rake, and so we made the word will in the sand before, and the wave kind of came and took it out, and so we had to keep going with it.
If anyone is having the glitch, just restart Decentraland and you'll be back.
Nice. Stony made the word be, and you can kind of tell like that's a Stony art piece. Scat Lion Rock made coded, and when I asked each person to make something, I was like, I didn't care, like just draw it in pencil and just do like Google lines or something. But what people came back with, I was just floored. So like Scat actually used like code to create the word coded. And then Yolantis, yours blew me away. Like, because it's rendered, but it's also just the composition I thought was super like impactful, like right in your face. You can't see the face, so it just forces you to look at all of the other lines and the structure that's going on.
It was fun. I got the idea just by considering like, okay, the word rendered, I can show it with a render. And the problems that I encountered are what made the final look like this. I was going to make a final render out of DAZ 3D, but my computer doesn't have enough memory. And so I could only get like the wireframe view. So I just took a screenshot of the wireframe view, and this is one of my NFTs called the NFP. And then I made a font for it with an app called Font Self. So I drew the letters, and the way the E's got to be the same is because I turned it into a font file. Like it's a WOFF or something like that, and then imported it into Creative Cloud, and then typed it out on my screenshot. And it's all rendered.
Awesome. That is so amazing. Okay, and then Sin, when I asked Sin, he was like, I can't do art. I'm like, you can and you will. There was no asking. I just demanded it. So Sin, can you tell us about your art? You had the word and?
Yes, I was forced. I have the word and this is my class presentation. Um, I guess I took the opportunity to use this as a time, like, an opportunity for me to learn Adobe Illustrator. So with absolutely zero help from Rustan and Wilson, absolutely zero.
Yeah, I didn't help you either.
Yep, exactly. And so or I hand drew or mouse drew the and then I used one of the pictures from our community building, the Decentraland 3-year celebration party.
And I'm in there. I'm in the D.
Yes, you are. And I think that's Peepaw right in front of you, Yolantis. And then we have Billy T Coin, Canessa, there's Brittany and Mary Shark and Brandon and AF Master over there on the A. And yeah, so it was just very fun to be able to learn some new things on Adobe Illustrator and on Photoshop. So yes, that is my show and tell.
Well, I approve. And let's see, Glam Chain. I don't see you here, but she says she's here. Oh, there we go. Okay, yay! All right, and then I think Glam Chain is connecting. Oh, it's taking time. Oh, okay. There we are. Are you here, Glam Chain?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. So your piece was one of the last ones that I got, and I can't even tell you what it felt like to get the word felt and the vibe. It was like it just, I can feel the felt. So can you tell us a little bit about how you made this one?
So I didn't know the whole sentence, just the word, and I was thinking about something that I just feel I can see, but I think about the wind because we can feel the wind, and I think it was exactly what I was trying to pass through my art.
Well, you did. You absolutely did. That was like just a good way to wrap up the whole quote. Yeah, because ultimately that's what we want. We want the next Renaissance to be felt. So thank you so
Exactly.
much. You were such a good sport, and everybody that I came out of the blue and I was like, can you do a word? And I'm not telling you anything else. I just want you to do a word. So thank you. And you are also from She-Fi, so it was
Yes.
really nice to bring in new friends.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm loving the Decentraland. I'm loving the Art Week, and I hope you will still building a lot of things together.
Oh yes. We're just getting started, and you also have one of the pieces over in the cantina, so we will see that after this tour. We're going to listen to some music over there. I do want to touch back on the first two art pieces, and Rustan, if you want to come up and speak on yours, but I do want to touch base on the word "the" before we move on, because Master Wayne's created this one, and then M, because We didn't get the screen to work, but this was amazing. So let's see. I don't know, Master if you're up here or not, but
She had to go to bed.
Okay, that's good. So I asked her for a word, and I know she's been swamped, and so then I bugged her again, and the next thing she sends me is a watercolor that she was like, I just painted the word "the" on top of one of my watercolors, and I'm like, wait, like, what are you like? Oh my gosh, I don't don't ruin your art on account of me. But it's so perfect, and I did not know that Dana does watercolor, and yeah, like it's an awesome piece, and we learned a little bit more about her. And then let's see, okay, I don't know if you want to come up or not, or otherwise I can explain what your picture is. So M actually had a video, and this is seeds. So if you look closely at it, it's seeds that she arranged in the form of the word next, and then made it beautiful. And that's her birdie right there. Oh, here she comes. Yay! And I really wish we could have gotten the video to turn out. We struggled a little bit with videos, and just a lot of like different technicalities about the piece of land that this one was on. So, can you tell us how amazing your little bird was?
Yes, absolutely. I'll share a link to it. I don't know, maybe in the gallery or something so that people can find it. But I wanted to do something that incorporated our everyday life, which is animals and our garden. So, and my original understanding was of the project was that I couldn't use AI. I thought it had to be like a real medium. And I got to tell you, I'm not like a real medium artist. I don't do a lot with my hands. I do, but I do photography. I did a lot of photography, but not like actual physical stuff with my hands, you know? So it was incredibly hard to shape seeds, just so you're all aware. I did like so many different types of ways to do that, and this is where I ended up. But I originally wanted to do it with the chickens because we have so many chickens. We love them. They're great, but it was just every time I tried to get it to they can't focus. They're chickens. So I couldn't get the shot right. So then we did it with Little Bird, and Little Bird's great. She's super cute. She's super, super mean, but we love her anyways. And those are her favorite snack. And recently we were told that she was a little overweight, which I did not know was possible for something that was under an ounce. So we haven't been giving her seeds. So I knew she was going to be so excited for them, right? So I put the word out, and she stared at it for days until I could set the camera up. And then I went in the garden and I picked the roses that I grew, and the basil that I grew, and the rosemary. And I was like, okay, we're going to do this. And we took a couple shots, and she did great. And she was a little scared. So that's why she didn't really want to go on the board. But she did really well. So I'll find a way to share the video so that everybody can see her, because it's a really funny blooper video of this bird.
It is so cute, and I think the sound that she's making too is so sweet. Like if we could have had it where it was playing and you could like hear the sound. I'm sure that we can work with, like, as soon as we kind of figure out the screen issue, I'm sure we can work that in. And it's so cute. So thank you so much for sharing like a little piece of it, because I know you had shared the word with me and I put it up, and then the next thing you have is like this beautiful video. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to make it happen. So yeah, Kim says, I think Dr. Krilla could help. I think so. I think it just, there's two screens on that piece of land, and so that was the thing, just competing with those. But I love it. Thank you so much. You guys were all such good sports, and I think, I don't know, hopefully it just kind of brought us a little bit closer together as the community. And parents who had kids, you can bring your kids in and they can see what you created. And yeah.
And Kanessa, I just want to say, like, you only told me like one or two word options. I don't think you gave me the whole thing. And I love the sentence. Like, it feels so Decentraland. I actually just posted it for the whole foundation. I was like, everyone needs to go. This sentence is like perfect. So thank you for the curation and the inspiration here. It's like so true to like the heart of what everyone's building here. It was cool.
Well, that was AI and ChatGPT, and I said to ChatGPT, "Can you give me a quote, and I will credit you." So then at the end, I was like, "Did I credit ChatGPT? Because I promised that I would, and like I don't want the robots to be mad at me." So
I'm giving you the credit as the prompt engineer.
yeah. Well, this was fun. It was fun to do a reverse prompt. We always give ChatGPT the prompt, and they create the art. So I wanted to have them give us the prompt, and we create the art without knowing much more about it. And it's just like, it's an absolute win to see what everybody created, because I can see everybody's you can just see your emotion and like your soul and your vibe coming through each of these pieces. And thank you so much, everybody, for your patience. I think that we went longer on the tour. Argent, I want to thank Argent so much. Let's see. All right, Rustan says I don't want to talk. Let's go to Argent's. All right, let's go. And what are the chords over here? Argent has an audio-visual performance, and then, oh my gosh, yeah, this is amazing. So it is over here at -141.97, and once you go in the build, I'll just wait. I'll let you go. Oh, MGD is here. Okay, MGD. I'm gonna run over to your build. Was it working? Because I struggled to get it to work. Okay, so we're jumping around. MGD. Scene is working. Okay, so MGD has a scene. Let's just jump right back. -143.92. Okay, I have to hit reload. There we go. Okay, all right. You guys got to come and see this magic.
It's Yolantis. I got the dreaded low disk space warning. It says you're running out of space on this PC where Decentraland is open. It happens every time. Oh my goodness. I'll try to go.
No, I think I'm gonna have to reload too. These poor computers. One thing I think that we're pushing them to the limits. Let's see, MGD, I'm not sure if you want to come up and speak about your build, but it is an absolute great take on touching grass. Let's see. All right, MGD, hello. I am jumping back in. How are you? Is it this morning over there?
Hello. Yeah, it's close for 6 a.m.
Oh, 6
and
a.m.
I need to go to bed soon.
Wait, it's 6 a.m. and you're still up?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
goodness.
had a long night, and yeah, I was today already out of my safe space, and I want to take this opportunity and speak again.
So
And
can you? Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, can you tell us? I don't know. I don't even know if you could tell us how you did this, because it's amazing.
So what you see here is simplex noise scene. So this means it's like a noise calculated through JavaScript, and through this noise it's turning. It is changing the angle like it's in the wind. So this is all over code, and so you see this organic wind simulation in the grass. And this is basically a remake of an old SDK 6 scene you maybe saw in the past from Nico E. And I made this scene I think a year ago, and for the art week I remodeled the grass because the old one wasn't so nice. And this is what it is. And I can share the link if you like to see the original scene.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And everybody like click, see, and bring your camera up above and look straight down at it. It's pretty amazing.
I sent it in the Decentraland chat. But this scene isn't working anymore, so this is SDK 6. But you can use it as inspiration. And you see this little demon here in the back. Some of you maybe remember this. This is. Do you remember the Doomsday Party?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and this was like the bomb in the middle, where at 0 UTC, the sponges got spawned out of the statue, and for some users the scene crashed, and this is a Dodgebusters historical lesson.
I want to have this and have hide and seek in this, like make the whole field like this, maybe make the grass a little taller, and then everybody dresses in green and you just have to run around and find people, because like I can see Derek's name tag, but I like if you move the camera down you can't see people. And this is amazing. I could have this is the kind of scene I could have seen over at like Art Week. This is so perfect for touching grass, for the theme.
Yeah, I thought immediately when I heard touching grass, this classic scene would be nice. And if you can you see in the top right the skybox controls?
Yeah.
When there is you can animate the skybox here and make it like an animation loop. So when there stands play, it's playing, and you can change the speed. But when you pause it, this is when you click on play. Sorry, it's a little bit overcomplicated at this point. You can switch the box manual with the upper controls. Left is the hours and the right is the minutes. You can be very precise, and so you can find your nicest time to make a photo. I think 7 a.m. is very nice. 7 a.m. 50 minutes.
This is amazing. It's kind of like, how can you not feel super chill here? it does feel like I'm in a grassy field.
Yeah, absolute. So this original scene was like one of the first scenes I would say I learned something from, and yeah, so it's nostalgic for me.
Wow, that's pretty cool because you've been doing a lot, you've been building a lot, so that's really cool to hear kind of something that you interacted with a while ago. I'm just looking at everybody like hiding in the grass. And you said you'd post the link to it. Is this like open on GitHub, or
Yeah, it's on Nico E's GitHub, and I pause it again. And but this is like the SDK 6 version, so it's not running anymore. But yeah, when I studied it back then, I learned much about positioning, and yeah, I really learned much about the SDK back then. And maybe if you want to learn something, you should take a look.
Well, thank you so much. I'm inspired by this, and I could see other people putting it like in their scenes and like maybe using it. Like Julia, this would be awesome to have in your screen or scene, and kind of like, I don't know, just push the limits further. So thank you so much. I did not realize it was loaded earlier. So if you can't see it, just hit /reload into the chat.
So this is like I made this by intent. So it only it's planned like you go on the parcel and it spawns. So the scenes around getting so much affected by the performance drop, because the grass is dragging much frame. What is it called? Yeah, much performance out of the SDK side of the script, and so stuff runs slower, and yeah.
That's genius. That's genius.
But the sad thing is sometimes it doesn't load it when you are too long in the area, and there's like a timer that is says it's overtime, and then you need to reload. And yeah, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate having you as a neighbor here in this area. So I will keep my grass. I mow my grass over there pretty short, but I kind of want the wild look like you've got too. So thank you so much. And I'm sure if anybody has questions, they can find you. So thank you so much for I know we hit you up very late with this one. So it's awesome to see what you came up with.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you. Get some sleep. Hope you get some sleep.
I try. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. And thank you everybody for being here. We are behind. We apologize. We've got Argent and Stony Eye. We're a good hour late. So I'm so sorry. I guess it's a good problem to have, because when we first signed up for this, we didn't have as many artists, and we've had more artists than we thought we would. And so thank you so much everybody for being here. Let's go see what Argent has cooked up, because Argent, oh my gosh, Argent has been working so hard. If you guys could see the memes that we've been sending to each other, they're pretty funny. They're all like battered and bruised, but we're like, we got this. Even before the show, we're like, all right, this might not work, but like, oh my gosh, we're gonna push the limit. And I don't know, like Argent, working with you on this has been so cool.
Idem. It was a pleasure. I hope you can listen to me because oh my gosh, when I think it was Julia that was talking on the backs, and Linda on the backs of the screen and all the oh my god, I saw myself reflected there. But we achieved something that until now no one did, and that is thanks to the effort of also here Dr. Grillo and also Mr. G Tickles that helped a lot with Kim knows and Nico also saying, and Kim yesterday trying to manage how to get in touch with all the people. That's something super to mercy about.
Well, I think when everybody steps inside, they will see what what an experience this is. We're at -140.97, and Argent, you've blown my mind. I feel like we're so lucky to have you actually want to build here. And at first I think we were going to give you one parcel, and then we're like, yeah, this looks like it could be on like 4 parcels. And we're like, how about so really cool.
Yeah, it was complicated over time when Simple invited me to join. At the beginning, it was just the visuals for my music streamed with some visuals, and that was all. And later, it was the little part. And later, that date that I was showing you what I was thinking to do, and you were saying, maybe it's too little. So I'm very happy to have the opportunity and also the space to go beyond and try to push limits and create on I think all creators do it with their vision, but I mean especially in such a great community as is the CBD.
Well, we really appreciate you and your approach towards building, and just kind of like, I mean, when I looked at the group chat this morning, I think there were 150 messages. So you guys were cooking, and you were like, I got to shout out Dr. Krillo and Mr. J.S. Stickle. Like, they were really trying to help us. And I think we found some new challenges just by having this many, screens in a small areas. So, yeah, so I guess whatever we've got to do to get the ball rolling, Argent, and so happy to have you here. And yeah,
the trick was of course the technical part, but and the bugs that we know. But I hope for all of you streams the two different videos. One is the sinful streaming, and one are just to keep the visuals. And I don't know if you want to ask anything related to who are these two faces that we are watching here and all these things.
Yes, I would love to know, because I think, is this Sonic Planet that you've done art with in the past?
Yeah, it's the continuation. It's expansion in the universe. In this case, we have the main chapter of Sonic Planet, of my Sonic Planet project, that is a music and art and game project, and which occurs in a far away planet that is a Dyson sphere planet that is done for preserving extinction or risk to extinction life, and the main character there is Ava, that starts like an entity that is, just managing that all the planet goes well and that all the species are, well balanced, and then on as she or needs to create instances of her as avatars to have a body to feel environment and to understand better life conditions of the different species that are into Sonic Planet. What she starts to create is instances of hers as different avatars that develop their own personalities. So what we are watching in here is like the representation of the that inner dialogue of this ghost in the shell of this machine that is starting to get humanized each time more on its own development. I hope it has sense what I just said, but it's like taking conscience of oneself is something that we uh, tend to put only in humans, but we know that other species are conscious of themselves. AI right now is not, but maybe in the future evolves into this synthetic organism that can do that. Also, is a sentient organism, just that it's not organic.
Well, I remember seeing her last year at Art Week and had an amazing picture of my avatar in front of her, and so I love that you've continued the story, and that she's continuing to evolve, and this is just mind blowing. Compared to that space, the small space last year. So, thank you so much.
And here I had the opportunity of that. As the space was bigger, I could also just to project over the face. That last year was impossible to do that. Now we have a video projection over her face, which is super like a technical evolution in the Decentraland.
It's just amazing. Like, I'm just looking at it all, kind of trying to take it all in. And you also created music as well.
Yeah, later on when I guess it starts when Sinful hits the play, we will listen the session, I guess.
Okay, Sinful. Did you hear that?
All right. So does that mean that we can get started?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
All right.
Unless someone wants to ask something. But I'm going to mute then.
All right. Well, in that case, everyone pull up to negative 141, comma 97. And yeah, let's get ready for a show here. Starting shortly. And if you can hear me, if the screen is all glitching out or bugging out or whatever is going on, it goes white or it's showing someone else's image, just restart Decentraland, jump back in here, and yeah, enjoy the show. We have a audio visual experience by our very own Argent, and she went above and beyond for us. And followed by, after this show, we have Stony Eye going live over at La Cantina. So yeah, we have 2 hours of music. Enjoy, everyone. Love you all. Thank you for joining our space today. And yeah, well, if you have any questions, you know where to reach Kanessa and I, or Kim as well, Decentraland, or just about anyone in this community. We're all helpful, and we all love to help each other grow. All right, so I'll get the show started. I'm going to close the space down, and if you hear from Canessa and I, it will be from on the stream. All right, take care, everyone.
And I just want to say there is still art at the Cantina. We've got a couple Shifi artists that have their art there. So Wara, Ethra, Anna, Glam Chain, Natalie, and Cindy all have their art there. I'm wondering if we can do like a ABC tour there later this week, maybe, and look at them. But we will be jumping there after this, so make sure you look at the art there. Post, retweet, take pictures, and thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for your patience as we went a little bit over. And enjoy the show. Bye.